Namaste to all the students. I, JVN Dr. Ekta, Assistant Professor of English in Faculty of Education and Methodology. I welcome you in the lecture of English Literature. Our today's topic is metaphor. The definition of a metaphor is a figure of speech containing an implied comparison in which a word or phrase ordinarily used of one thing is applied to another. And here we use no like, no as. It is similar to simile that uses like or as. The difference is that in the metaphor, a word or name of an object is replaced with another. No like and no as is used in it. Okay? A metaphor is a rhetorical figure of speech that compares two subjects without the use of like and as. Metaphor is often confused with simile because which compares two subjects by connecting them with like and as. For example, she is fit as a fiddle. While a simile states that one thing is like another, a metaphor asserts that one thing is the other or is a substitute for the other thing. And a metaphor asserts a correlation or resemblance between two things that are otherwise unrelated. The English word metaphor originates from the Greek metaphora, which means to transfer or to carry over. Indeed, a metaphor transfers meanings from one subject onto another so that the target subject can be understood in a new way. The rhetoricians have further elaborated on definition of metaphor by separating and naming the two key elements. There are a few different sets of names for these two parts. They can be called the tenor and the vehicle, the ground and the figure, or the target and the source. Here is the example. The fox was a tongue of fire flickering through the forest. The boy's neck was a pipe that stretched so he could see what was happening over the fence. The job fair was a circus and Ceres was a dancing bear. Two pools of sorrow in his melancholic face. All the world stage and all the men and women merely players. Okay. In this example, the world is the primary subject and it gains attributes from the stage, that is from theatre. Thus, in the binary pairs, the world is the tenor, the ground and the target, while the stage is the vehicle, the figure and the source. Okay. Here are some examples like don't pull all your eggs in one basket. It was raining cats and dogs. Never look a gift horse in the mouth. People who live in glass houses should not throw stones. I watched pot never boils. A watched pot never boils. Metaphor is a key component of all the forms of literature, including poetry, prose, drama. And this is not only because metaphor is a highly useful literary device, but also because hmm, metaphor is plays such a vital part of language and a communication. Many of the cognitive theorists have researched and written about the importance of metaphor in the way we understand the world around us. Okay, and is the example in Western, the phrase "time is money" is quite prevalent. This is not a cliche, uh, though we talk about time in terms of wasting it, spending it, saving it. The metaphorical comparison of these two concepts ends up influencing the way people in culture actually perceive time. It should come as no surprise, therefore, that there are examples of metaphor in literature from every culture. I think I use one use of metaphor allows authors to present unfamiliar ideas or situations in ways that the reader is able to comprehend by comparing unknown things to known things. This can be a good technique for fantasy writers or science fiction writers to make the worlds they create seem more familiar to the reader. Metaphors can also be used, however, to compare very common things to one another. This type of usage forms a cognitive link between previously unrelated objects and makes readers appreciate them in a new way. Okay, thank you for watching.